What's up, everybody? It's Dre, EMIP, and today we're going to talk about composition, you know, like rule of thirds and lean lines, but we're not going to talk about that stuff. We are going to talk about framing, you know, like frame within a frame, how you frame your subject in a frame, like when you actually like taking a picture, kind of bring out your subject and just kind of focuses in right dead center in the middle of your picture or whatever you're framing. So I got 3 pictures here that I kind of took myself, kind of examples. I'm not saying they're the best pictures in the world, but it's what I can use to show you what I'm talking about. So let's get busy and learn about some framing. Okay, here's a picture I took like off the highway in the fog. It was beautiful. The fog was in the mountain and I just wanted to capture it. I took this with my cell phone and I just think it was like beautiful. So anyway, what's the better way to capture this? I could have turned a little bit to the right and just kind of got the other side, but it didn't have any depth to it. You know, so the frame, when I say frame within a frame, that's when you put different things like trees and mountains and buildings and caves and canals, you name it, anything around the frame of your subject, like around right here, around the picture. And in this picture, it doesn't even have to go all the way around. You have to kind of use your imagination. You have to like create. So in this picture, I kind of framed a foggy background in the mountains over there with this tree up here to the upper left and in the mountains in the ground down here. And if you kind of look, the fog, you know, is kind of right in the middle, you know, and I kind of like it. What it does is brings out the subject. It makes you focus in on the fog, or at least this picture of the fog, or whatever it is that you're focusing on. So that's one example. And here's me, man. I'm at Las Vegas. If you've been to Vegas, you know this spot. This is the Wynn Hotel. This is right outside the Wynn, and I wanted to take a picture of these rocks, and everybody takes a picture of these rocks, kind of like where whoever's photographing me is taking a picture. But how could you do it creative? How could you do it different than everybody else standing in front of the rocks? So what I did was do this, and boom, I took a picture of the rocks through the hole. Let's go back to the other picture. You see these little holes right here next to me on the band rail? I actually got down and put the camera in there. Now on this one, I was using a point and shoot camera, little thing no bigger than your hand, and I got this. You know, I'm kind of down, looking in the hole. People's looking at me like, what are you doing? He's crazy. Why is he looking in the hole? And I'm like, hey, if you get people doing that, you're doing something right. If you like doing something weird, you're probably doing something right. Now, I'm not saying this is the greatest picture in the world, but you kind of got that circle on the outside, and you can't help but to look in the middle of your frame. You can't help to focus in on those rocks, and it's a different picture, and I guarantee it's different than probably anybody else taking a picture of these rocks. So I'm not saying like this is the greatest picture, but you got to do something different than everybody else. So if you see everybody else standing off to the left or the right taking a picture, don't go there. Go somewhere else and try to take your picture. So frame in a frame, kind of made my own frame, and I got the rocks and the waterfall inside the frame. Now, this picture, this is my best picture of the example of frame in a frame. This is Niagara Falls. You know, the water is rushing. It's like making all this sound, and it was just beautiful. Oh my God, you gotta experience it. You can't even look at a picture, experience it. You gotta experience it. So I wanted to capture this thing, and everybody else is kind of over there. So I kind of walked into the woods, kind of not necessarily wooded area, but there's a lot of brush and shrubbery around, and I'm peeking through with my camera. This one I actually took with my D300. So the first one was the cell phone, the next one was a little point and shoot camera. This one I actually took with my D300. You could probably tell from the quality. And so I'm in there, I'm in the bushes. People, once again, looking at me like I'm crazy, like, hey, what are you doing? The shot's over there. I'm like, no, the shot's over here. You know, because I was actually trying to frame all of this water and the rocks and that little island back there with the bushes and make my frame within a frame. You can't help but to focus straight on. I mean, it's just like, it's beautiful to me. I really like this picture. This is my best example. Now, you can't do it all the time. You got to do it when you just, like, when you're photographing the outdoors, just always keep in mind, always try to find something that you could frame with. You know, like bushes, branches, buildings. It doesn't have to be like close up around these edges, you know. It doesn't have to be. It could be kind of far away. You know, like leading lines almost can kind of do the same thing if it's like a building edge, you know, and you just can't help but to look in a minute. It brings out your inner, helps you focus on the subject. So anyway, that's my compositional tip. Frame within a frame. So what do you think? Frame within a frame? Is it something you're gonna do, something you practice? What do you do? What's your favorite compositional element when you are photographing or setting a shot? Mine actually is fill the frame. I mean, fill the frame is my number one. That's my favorite thing that I love to do. Fill the frame. But we could touch on this. Frame within a frame. And you can use anything. It helps you get creative. So that's my tip to you. And I want to thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoy. Hey, put down in the comments, what is your favorite compositional element that you like to do when you photograph? Frame within a frame, lean lines, is it patterns? Is it fill the frame? What's your favorite thing you like to do in your photography? Let's talk about it down below. Thanks for watching this video. I would say look over there for my last video, but there isn't any last video because I was gone for like 8 weeks. I was out of here. So anyway, I'm back. Check out this video. You're already checking it out. Thanks for watching it till the end. I appreciate every one of you watching. Subscribe if you haven't. I love you. My name is Dre. EMIP. Out.